Hey everybody, Joe Haygood aka mclazyj here, and we're looking at Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Um, there's been a lot about this game since it came out with it in regards to graphical performance, and I just figured there's not a lot necessarily in the way of video footage out there and people talking about the specs along with that. So um, I have a what I would call a very good. It's not top of the line anymore, but it is still a very stout machine. I'm running a um, Gigabyte Z97 sniper motherboard, 16 gigs of ripjaw RAM. It is clocked. I believe it's using an XMB profile of 1866. Devil's Canyon 4790K, I believe it is. It's not overclocked. It is running with a water cooler system using the Intel water cooler system that they sell. And it is a EVGA 960 or 970 superclocked NVIDIA card with 4 gigs of RAM. So I kind of toyed around with it for a while because I had heard a lot of horror stories. Obviously, right at the gate, a lot of people talking about graphical options are broken, this or that. I feel I've got a pretty good solution. I may tinker a little more with some of the options that I have running with this, but for now, I figured I'd share it, and then we'll kind of run through and see the comparison. Now, note, right now I'm not running an exclusive full screen. I wanted to use the game bar to do some capturing with this. Yes, I'm using the Windows game card to capture this. Why? Because it's easy. It doesn't require me to do a lot of setup. That's it. Options. And let's look at our graphical options here. So I had it set to high, but I changed a few things. I put texture filtering to 4x. I have the hardening shadows to off. I have depth of field on. I have volumetric lighting on. I have ambient occlusion on. I have tessellation on. I have mapping to high. I have screen space reflections on. Level of detail high. You can see here I do have temporal anti-aliasing off. I have motion blur. I can't think if that's off or on. No. Tessellation I have off. These I have on. Cloth physics, subsurface scattering, bloom, motion blur, temporal so I turned off the hardening shadows, and I turned off tessellation. But let's go and look at it running just to kind of see what's going on. Now, I played through with these settings after kind of tinkering with a few things here and there, turning things on and off, trying to get the max performance I could. And I ran through the whole introduction sequence before you get your credit break when you're in Dubai. And the only time I ever saw, I lost a few frames. The only place I noticed it was the sandstorm. When the sandstorm comes in as you're trying to ground the helicopter, I did notice slight bit of frame loss. Not much, but you know, it didn't seem quite as smooth as I was getting. But that being said, let's go take a look. This one thing I don't like. This game does take a very long time to initially load. Not sure why. Well, it's a heavy-duty game. Also, this may just be me, and if anybody else knows otherwise, I'll be more than happy if you can comment and clarify. It may be something I missed. I didn't... Let's just say that I was slightly lazy with my searching for it. I thought I might have read that this was something that was initially turned off and it's going to get patched in. There's no way to turn on DirectX 12 right now. Like I said, I thought I had read somewhere that that was something that they were going to patch in shortly after release. Needless to say, when you go to the initial options, there's no way to check the boxes grayed out. And I know the 970 supports it because I use DirectX 12 in Quantum Break, and I believe in Rise of the Tomb Raider on here. Both of those. I don't think Gears of War Ultimate Edition used it. And Hitman uses it. And I know I've been able to enable it in those games. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. But like I said, I think I read somewhere it was going to be patched. If somebody else knows a better answer, by all means, please clarify in the comments. I am more than happy to accept that. Anyways. You can see I can spin around the room. It's pretty fluid. Watch TV. So far, we haven't had a chance to see Adam Jensen light up. He was really upset that he was out of cigarettes earlier, so I thought that was kind of funny. There's also a point in here where you can actually have him go in the shower. It's kind of freakish to see how much of Jensen has been replaced. Makes you wonder how much of Jensen is actually left. But as you can see, though, it's running fairly smooth. This is more of a cutscene than anything else right now. But that initial whole intro sequence, that first mission that you take place in Dubai, the game ran very smooth. I have been told that you lose a few frames when you're not running an exclusive full screen. But like I said, it's 12:40 at night. I'm doing this on a lark. Quickest and dirty way to set this up. So I turned off exclusive full screen. I am and I'm recording this using the Windows game bar. It's like I said, quick and dirty. It's late, and I didn't want to think much. So that said, I'm waiting for Mr. Jensen to decide he doesn't want to watch TV anymore. Let's go use our computer. Smart home. Ooh, I didn't know there was a wall panel. Okay. Got any emails while I'm here? That's interesting. That was a weird glitchy thing. So it said it opened some wall panels. Let's see if we can find those. I haven't been in all the rooms. Oh, this is the bedroom. That was the bathroom where I took the creepy shower. And for some reason turned on my dryer and my washer. painkillers. Missed those earlier. Yeah. You can't get back in the shower. Now, it said it popped open some wall panels, didn't it? Ah. Beautiful. There we go. It's our big TV.
Miller, it's Jensen.
Our new coat.
It's good to finally hear from you, Agent. You doing okay?
Sorry about the downtime. I'll get to the office as soon as I can, but my AUX took a hit during the attack. I need to get them looked at.
Of course. There's a lot of work ahead of us, Jensen. I'll see you when you get in.
Dr. Kohler.
Let's see. I didn't look to see how hard this was going to be. Wow.
Like right now.
Something wrong?
There are some guys in my bookshop. Pissed off the violent gangster-looking guys. So, unless you want bloodshed the day after a terror attack.
The front door isn't the most peaceful option. I got it.
All right. I'm just trying to run around the world. Just give some input on how it runs. Lots of beer. Too heavy. Well, that's not creepy at all now, is it? Yeah, I understand objective. That's kind of creepy. Wouldn't you think? Okay, got some hacking software. And a really grimy bathroom. Probably don't want to use your sink whatsoever. Apparently you're not using your bathtub. What a surprise. Huh. Yeah, just kind of looking around, seeing what he's got. I know, he's got a computer over here. Yeah, there is a crafting system in here. I need to make sure I don't... The Machine God. Are you willing to become one of the chosen children? That sounds like it could be problematic later on. Joseph Severin. Oh, probably because I can't, lots of crafting parts. Why can't I open the fridge? God, that is so creepy. You can't tell me that's not a little disturbing. More crafting parts. Might as well make your trash all wet. Shoo. It's a quick way down.
The police treat all augmented people as though we were monsters and criminals. And what?
Anyways, like I said, I don't see anything in the way of terribleness with this.
Homeless,
You know?
even in the worst part of Bentley, but I'm not sure.
I think it runs fairly smooth. I think it's good settings. I've been tempted to try. Okay. Getting in top shape again. Multi-tool augmentations. So I have, oh that's right, I can't do anything with my augmentations yet because I gotta go get checked out because everything's all screwed up. It's kind of their premise to, you gained all those powers and parts and however you spec'd out your character in Human Revolution. And they didn't necessarily want you to come into this being a super machine or having to make you even more of a superhuman machine. So they kind of have at least fits with the story premise of what happens in the beginning of this game. That there's something that happens in Prague right after the credits and it affects your augmentations. And to get that fixed, it sounds like it ends up screwing up your cybernetics and you have to start over from scratch. Not a terrible thing, but something of note. Huh. Oh.
Maybe I'm not making myself.
Well, that's how we take care of that problem. Uh-oh. Well, you have to have something in here I can use. Anything of use in here? Magazines. You gotta have a computer in here somewhere that's probably useful. Well, that looks like a whole lot of drugs, doesn't it? Oh, so probably just pissed off a drug dealer. Fair amount of cash in this building. I'm not too worried about being in a restricted zone. Alright, so everyone's freaked out now. Alright.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there. That is the man.
Hack it.
You're getting on my bad side, you Yobo.
Let's fortify first. Well, somebody wasn't happy. We'll just do that. Well, that didn't end so well for me, did it? Maybe I should have realized I was walking into a place I probably shouldn't have been. Anyways. I just wanted to go back to the settings real quick and then we'll probably close out this video. I actually wasn't planning to record this long, so that's kind of a surprise. So, I'm thinking at some point I might try turning on Tesselation. I could go higher on that, but I'm not going to. I've read, oh, well, and there you go.